First, I want to talk about your book. You wrote a book. You had to write a
Yeah.
book. What a journey
Yeah.
your life has been.
It's one of them things when people always say to you, "Oh, you need to write a book. You need to do a book." And I'd have never done one. I'd never done one. I'm very fortunate. I'm a good friend. One of the good friends is the CEO at Norwich, so the commercial manager, and he came to me and said, "Look, I'm doing a book," and I'm like, "Right?" And he said, "It's your autobiography," and I'm like, "No, I'm not ready." He's like, "You're doing a book. We're doing the book." So it was all Norwich. No, Norwich just said, "Look, we're doing a book. Your story's ridiculous. We know that Norwich fans want to hear it. But obviously, I said, unfortunately, no 3 player of the years there, 6th in the all-time goal scoring record." So, and then we're doing it, and that was it. And I spent a year basically sitting down, talking through my life, saying stuff, doing it all, putting it all on the line there, and it's been really well received. We've had an awful lot of sales for it. Obviously, slowed down a little bit in COVID because obviously we sell it at the football club. We sell it online on the official website of Norwich. And I think the one thing I wanted to do, I didn't want it to make it. It is football oriented, but I wanted to give people a sense of how hard the journey was. The little things that people don't know about, the nights where I used to drive home at 2 a.m. after Tuesday night matches and then go to work at 6, and the hard yards, the stuff with people, the stuff at Singapore when, as I said, we came out as young kids, not know a thing about Singapore, living literally hand to mouth, eating, me and my wife, and looking after the things. And
is there a chapter on Singapore?
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, it's a big part of what I've done.
Okay.
I always say it's a big part of where I achieve stuff, because the one thing Singapore done for me, it took me out of my comfort zone, which is fantastic. It took me to a place where I had to fend for myself. I had to make sure we cooked and cleaned, and my wife as well. It got me into meeting people that I'd probably never associate with in life in terms of different cultures, different religions. Carlisle's predominantly a very white area, and it's very Catholic Christian. And also, it gave me a sense of I had to fend for myself as well. But it gave me a real broad, because it let me see people and different things and different cultures and going for food. And I'm very much a person who's, if I walk into a restaurant, I'll order something off the menu that I've never tried before.
Yeah.
And it was kind of always a little bit hit and miss in Singapore, because sometimes I got some unbelievable meals, sometimes I got some horrendous meals.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was just a great experience. And I said it's massively shaped the way I am as a person. And I think people think, well, you're only there 4 months, but when you take them from one scenario into another, and the teammates I had there were fantastic. They embraced everything about us. We always got invited around for dinner and weddings. Jesus. If there's one thing you guys know what to do, there's 2 things you celebrate unbelievably: weddings and funerals. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It is a big thing. It is a big thing. Yeah,
it's a massive thing, and just different, like how it's perceived. But the one thing I loved about that, like, I've been there 2 months, and it was like, well, I'm getting married next week, and you're coming. There was no like, I'm not knowing you for years, you're not coming. It was like, I'm going to win next week, you're coming, and it was like the whole team would be there, and it was just a fantastic place, and it shaped me massively as a person, the way I look at the outlook of life and the way it's done. And I've kind of, as I said, and having that fitness massively propelled me for the following season. So of course there's a chapter in there.
Excellent. Before I let you go, any words for your Singapore fans?
No, I say I get a lot of love on Twitter off them. I think when people find me and the realization that, oh, he's actually on Twitter and this, that, and the other, I think it used to freak a lot of them out that I actually used to mention, obviously not saying How Gang Hools now, that I used to mention quite a bit feed, and I'd always put little bits and stuff on there. Oh yeah, he still thinks about Singapore, and I still watch the results, even more so now with obviously Adi being over there. So it's, as I said, I've always felt really welcome. I'm actually going to try and come back and do some sort of, which we'll talk about, I want to do some sort of football camp over there to try and do it for the school and stuff like that, and come over and come back. And I was still desperate. I was supposed to come over. I'd actually arranged a trip to come over and watch How Gang Hools and watch go to Brunei and see Adi and stuff and thing. And obviously with everything that's gone on, that's been chucked well out the water. But I've never been back in terms of either a holiday or for football. So it's definitely on the list to come back and hopefully try and do something where the fans can come out and have a look and do some bits and bobs and stuff like that, which would be great.
Absolutely. All right, Grant, I've taken too much of your time. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed speaking to you. It was a pity that we got cut off otherwise, because we had like almost 300 people watching this live. Was kind of really cool. And you know what?
When you find out what they missed, we'll just have to go back, recut that, and we'll just put that section in. No one will be none the
Yeah,
wiser then.
that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna now edit this and then make it a really good one, and then probably in the week, rerun that again. But thank you so much, mate. I really enjoyed talking to you. And where can people actually find you? What's your
Uh,
Twitter handle?
I don't know. At Grant Holt 81, I think it is now. Holt Grant on Instagram.
Okay.
That's the one. So you find me off there. Yeah, I'd never give them out anymore. So it's just kind of
Yeah.
one of the things.
All
If
right.
you want to get bored if you want to get bored a little bit more, give me a follow.
Yeah.
And the school is the Langley LFA. That's the one. So
Okay. Okay. Good. Cool. Again, I'd like to thank our sponsors of this show, Matchday Affairs. Check them out, www.matchdayaffairs.com, and also like their page on Instagram and Twitter. If you like such interviews, I do these interviews every Monday at 6 p.m. But on the weekend, I have my sports show as well, CNA 938, if you're in Singapore. Or you can also find that, you can listen to it online as well, wherever you are in the world. It's called Sports Talk, Saturday and Sunday, 8 to 10 p.m. on the weekends. So thank you so much for joining us, and apologies again for the interruption. I'll try and sort it out. Till next Monday, thank you very much, and thanks for watching.